I'm Mike Cohen, Director and Manager of Restorations here at the Western Pacific Railroad Museum in beautiful Portola, California. And we're getting ready for the big boy, which should be arriving this evening. An event like this is a whole lot of work, a whole lot of stuff that people don't see. So we're going to try and give an idea of what it takes to put on an event like this by going around and talking to all the many volunteers that are here to make this a successful event. What you see going on behind me is more preparation for the big boy tomorrow. The crew is getting the Western Pacific 1503 locomotive ready. We'll be running our caboose train to take passengers out to see the big boy. I am encouraging people to also take a walk around because this is a huge collection. We have one of the largest collections of diesel locomotives of any museum in North America. So feel free when you're here to take a look.
I'm Gus Powley. My PhD is in Railroad History of the U.S. West, and I'm at the Western Pacific Museum today. I'm one of the volunteer archive staff and docent we're working today to get everything ready for the Big Boy event, so just finishing up some of the preparations. One of the unique opportunities that this museum offers is being able to see the largest diesel locomotive in the world, the 6946, the last of its class built, and then the Big Boy in close proximity together when it's under steam.
I'm Eugene Vicnair. I'm one of the board of directors here, and I'm also one of the event coordinators for the 2026 Big Boy visit. So right now we are up on a little elevated platform we have overlooking the Union Pacific Yard. You can see some of the work going on down there. We're putting up fencing to protect the visitors and help protect the Union Pacific as well, keep them out of the yard. But right down there, about where that white truck is, in about, I think 5 hours, the big boy is going to be arriving and parking there. So we are all running around, prepping everything, getting ready. We are expecting quite a crowd here come tomorrow. Last year we had almost 3,000 visitors show up here in Portola. It was probably the biggest event we've ever had here at the museum. And right now, based on the advanced ticket sales, we think there's going to be more this year. A big event like this, one of the things that goes on behind the scenes, things change. So the dates were changing, the consist was changing. So we were constantly talking to them. Here's, trying to anticipate what we're going to need to do. Everything got locked down in February. And here we are on April 7th. So we were able to start really prepping, knowing what's going on. We have had folks doing everything from just cleanup to working on the locomotives, working on the cars. We've had to do some facilities improvements. We've had to do some grading of our ground here to improve where people are going to walk. We've had to add water lines to accommodate food trucks. So we've had people doing everything from working on the store to doing mechanical work to doing facilities work. And then the promotion, just promoting something like this has kept 3 of us going for the last 3 months. And then to top it off, the final event of the whole thing is we're doing a special dinner over at a beautiful resort a few miles west of us here called the Nakoma. That alone, just setting up the dinner, has taken over a month and a half of planning. Coordinating with Union Pacific because the UP Steam crew is going to be there and Ed Dickens, the engineer, is going to be speaking. So just literally thousands of hours our volunteers have put in to make all this happen. It's a tremendous amount of work for a tremendous event. But yeah, anytime something like this happens, just keep in mind, there are numerous volunteers that have been blood, sweat, tears, sometimes literal blood, making sure that this kind of thing happens.
I'm Greg Ellums. I'm the president of the Western Pacific Railroad Museum, and we've had a short time to work on this big event because UP has had their possible merger with North Fork Southern come up, so they expedited their trip west. Super Bowl Sunday is when we've really got on board with having to get all this together. We had to set up for fencing, we had to do advertising, we had to come up with the banquet venue, we had to get the list of volunteers, get our engines de-winterized so we can run our 1503 on the caboose train tomorrow, and just literally work on cleaning up the campus for the big visit. And UP has been really generous with the help they've given us for advertising and working with us on details for when they're going to visit, and donation of time from the local management on down to the local track people. So as it is, we think we're going to have a really good visit with the big boy, and look forward to everybody coming out and having a good time.
Well, good morning. This is it. This is the day. The big boy is here. I'm particularly fond, being a diesel fan, of this beautiful locomotive, the Abraham Lincoln 1616. We've got people lined up. They're coming in the gates. We've done all the work. All the preparation comes down to this. And looks like we're going to get some pretty good crowds here today. So let's have fun and go see what happens.
Matt Abreu, we are based out of Roseville, California, and we are the owners and the operators of the Wandering Railway. It is a G-scale garden-sized railroad inside a trailer that we take to train shows, children's hospitals, any organization, city events across the West Coast. We have had it for approximately 6 years now and have been on the road ever since, enjoying the hobby of garden railways with everybody. We are here as part of the Western Pacific Museum and the Union Pacific 4014.
Ken Marty, President, West Coast Railroaders Group. We're out of the Nevada area, and we're here to provide motor car rides for all the big boy participants today.
My name is Noah Ewing. I am a member of the South Bay Historical Railroad Society, and I'm here in Portola, California to view the big boy. This is my favorite railroad museum because just the freedom to walk around and see the rich Western Pacific Railroad history. It's incredible. In such a beautiful way they've displayed the big boy out here, parking it nice and close. Entry is actually cheaper than I thought. It was very nice, super open area, beautiful day today. And I'm so glad I've been able to come out to the Western Pacific Railroad Museum to see 4014 today.
Hello, my name is Tom. I'm from San Bruno, California, and then in the greater San Francisco Bay Area. I got a train sheet because I'm a member, and I was able to find out a week ahead of time they're having this big event up here. So I scheduled my Amtrak Train 6, California Zephyr, from the Bay Area. It's just fantastic and well worth the effort. All right, thank you. All right.
Hi, I'm Ethan. I am a volunteer here with the Western Pacific Railroad Museum. I'm coming up on 19 years of being here. Started out being a grunt. I still have my ops department certifications. But for the last few years I've been focusing on the archives, which we are sitting in our, hopefully someday to be, research room for visitors to come in and access our archives for research projects, for books, or their own model railroad projects. As much as the WP went away in 1983, a lot of us here try to keep the spirit of the railroad going in the sense that it ended being a Class 1, but it just migrated onto our museum grounds here. And to that end, we also collect and try and maintain the history of the Railroad Museum itself, which even includes, like today's event, it's a part of our history. It's a UP steam engine. The WP Heritage Unit is here, but it still goes to tell the story of the railroad because the railroad is technically still out there and we're preserving the history of it. If you go on our website and go to the historical department page, there is an email link that you can use to contact our head archives manager, Kerry Cochran, and he can supply you with information on where to send the materials if you can't drive here, and whether it is something that would be relevant to the history of the Western Pacific Railroad.
I'm Nick Manis. I am the Chief Mechanical Officer here. I've been coming up to this area for about, well over 40 years with my wife. We spend our summers up here, and we used to come to the museum every year. We brought our children here. Our children have grown up here, and in fact, my youngest son is now our sole mechanic. We came up on Saturday, got this locomotive ready. We winterized them, of course, so we had to bring it out, basically, get the fluids in and do a tune-up, if you will. Get the locomotive ready for today for our Big Boy event, where we're using it to shuttle our caboose train out so that our visitors can come, get on the train, ride it out, see the Big Boy, and then if they like, they can ride the train back to our station.
Don Nelson from Eureka, California. I'm one of the engineers here today. We're having lots of fun shuffling the people from the loading platform out to see the Big Boy. I've been a member here for 30 years, and I'm also one of the lead in the steam department here at Portola Railroad Museum.
Hi, I'm Richard Brennan. I came up from the Bay Area, San Leandro, so this is actually my second once-in-a-lifetime visit to the Big Boy. I saw it last year in Oroville. I figured I'd come up here to the Portola Western Pacific Railroad Museum and see it stationary while it's on its way down to Roseville.
I'm Matthew Petak. I came from San Jose, California, out today, April 8th, to see the Big Boy, the 4014, here at the Western Pacific Railroad Museum. I'm actually a member of the Western Pacific Railroad Museum. Been here several times. It's an awesome place to see largest steam locomotive in the world here. I love trains. I've been working on trains since I was a wee teenager down in Southern California. For decades now. I do model railroading, live steam railroading, and full-size railroading. It's a great day out here. If you're not into trains, you absolutely should be into trains. It's a great hobby.
I'm Lloyd Darknow, and I'm a member of the Santa Clara SBHRS Museum, and I love trains, and I had to come here because of the fact that Big Boy is one of the biggest trains around, and we don't often get to see it. We watched them build it in Cheyenne and wanted to see it running, so we did. And here's my son, David,
who's also an SBHRS member. And I also love trains, and this is a beautiful train, and we love to see it in operation. So unfortunately, it's sitting on the tracks today, not doing a whole lot, but hopefully we'll get a chance to see it in motion again at some point here in the near future.
Well, here we are coming into the last hour of the day, It's been tiring but fulfilling. I think everybody's gonna get home tonight and just kind of crash, but everybody's just done a phenomenal job. All the volunteers and all the visitors just out there, big smiles on their faces. And you know, this is something, these kind of things, this is what keeps these museums going. Big events like this, you know, we get stuff from our usual excursions and donations, but big events like this become the bread and butter. And so to see so many people come in and be so interested and so engaged in it, and to contribute to the museum and the community. Folks have been all over Old Town Portola, hitting the restaurants, hitting the hotels. It's a huge boost to the community too. So we're going to do things like this again. We have other events we do during the year. We have other special events we're working on. So if you get a chance, come out and check us out.